How to get out of debt fast without feeling overwhelmed. Imagine this. Every month your debt piles up. The bills keep coming, the stress mounts, and no matter how hard you try, it feels like you're sinking deeper. But what if I told you that you don't have to drown in that debt anymore? What if you could get out fast, without the constant fear and anxiety? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to crush your debt, take control of your financial future, and start living the life you deserve, debt-free. Stick around till the end, because the last step will change the way you think about money forever. The problem, the weight of debt. Debt, it's like an anchor that holds you down, no matter how hard you work. Maybe it's credit card debt, student loans, or a car payment you regret. We've all been there. You work hard, but the more you pay, the more the balance feels like it's barely budging. Ever feel like the debt monster is just hanging over your shoulder, reminding you of every decision you've ever made? Yeah, it's like having a shadow you can't shake off. But here's the thing. Debt doesn't just affect your finances, it affects your mental health. Stress, sleepless nights, constant worry. It's a vicious cycle. But it doesn't have to be this way. The shift, the path to financial freedom. The first thing you need to do is shift your mindset. You've got to move from "I'm stuck in debt" to "I am in control of my financial future." This is the crucial first step in getting out of debt fast without feeling overwhelmed. Break it down into manageable goals. Don't try to pay off all your debt at once. It's too overwhelming. Instead, break it down into smaller, manageable chunks. Set a clear goal for each debt, whether it's paying off a credit card, student loans, or any other obligation. Think of it like eating an elephant. Sounds weird, right? But you can't eat the whole thing in one bite. So break it down and take one bite at a time. Start with the smallest debt first. It'll give you a quick win and build momentum. Once that's gone, move on to the next one. This is the debt snowball method, and trust me, it works. But here's the catch. You can't just sit back and wait for this to happen. You need a solid plan, and that leads us to the next point. Track your spending and cut back. The next step is to track your spending. We've all been there, spending without thinking. But to pay off debt fast, you need to be hyper-aware of where your money's going. Do you really need that $5 coffee every day? Or can you skip it for a month and put that money toward paying off your debt? I know, I'm not asking you to go full monk mode. Here's the hard truth. If you want to get out of debt, you've got to be willing to make sacrifices. No more impulse buys, no more, just one more purchase. Identify the areas where you can cut back. Maybe it's eating out less, skipping those monthly subscriptions you never use, or finding cheaper alternatives for your day-to-day needs. Wait, don't go running for the hills just yet. I'm not saying you should live like a hermit. I'm talking about making intentional, conscious choices that support your goal of financial freedom. You'll be amazed at how quickly those small changes add up and how much more progress you'll see on your debt. But cutting back isn't just about getting a quick win. It's about changing the way you think about money. And that brings us to our next step. Increase your income. Let's face it, if you really want to get out of debt fast, you need to increase your income. And no, I'm not talking about getting a second job flipping burgers at night. I'm talking about being smart about your options. Unless, of course, you enjoy working the night shift at the fast food joint. No judgment here. But let's get real. There are other, smarter ways to bring in extra cash. Look into side hustles that fit your skills. Maybe you could freelance, start an online business, or offer a service you're good at. The goal is to find ways to earn extra money, specifically to tackle your debt. The more you earn, the faster you can pay down what you owe. Hold on a second. If you're thinking, I don't have time, I hear you. But what if just an hour a day could fast-track your progress? Trust me, you've got this. Every extra dollar you make goes straight to your debt. It's not about the amount, it's about the momentum you create. Now that we've covered income and cutting back, let's talk about one last crucial piece of the puzzle. Automate your payments and build consistency. The final piece to this puzzle, automate your debt payments. It's all about consistency. When you set up automated payments for your debts, you eliminate the temptation to spend that money elsewhere. Let's be honest, How many of you have accidentally spent your debt repayment money on a weekend getaway? Don't worry, we've all been there. By automating payments, you make paying off your debt as effortless as possible. You won't even have to think about it. Your money is working for you behind the scenes. Over time, those small, consistent payments will add up, and you'll watch that balance shrink faster than you ever thought possible. And here's the best part. You're not just paying off debt. You're creating a habit that will serve you for the rest of your life. The reward, financial freedom, and peace of mind. So what happens once you follow these steps? You'll begin to see your debt disappear, and the weight you've been carrying for years will finally lift. The constant anxiety will fade, and you'll feel a sense of control and freedom like never before. But here's the kicker. What happens next? Once you're debt-free, your financial world opens up in ways you can't even imagine. When you've got no debt hanging over your head, you can start living, and that's when the real wealth begins. You'll be able to save more, invest more, and create the future you've always dreamed of. Are you ready to get serious about paying off your debt? Hit that like button if you're committed to changing your financial future, and subscribe for more tips that will help you live the life you deserve. Remember, it's not about being perfect, it's about being consistent. So let's start today. You've got this.